Okay, sorry about that. I'm back now. My heavens are working. Let me just get the game back open, and then we can get back into this. I don't know what happened there. It's just suddenly my headset desynced, and it wouldn't sync back up with things. So I had to restart my computer, and then of course, as always, there's a Windows update just waiting, so that delayed me a little further. But we're back now. So let me just get my Windows in order again. Bring back up Twitch chat. Where are you, Twitch chat? I have a window for you somewhere here. Okay. Move the scene over to Virtue's Last Reward. Minimize. And bring up the game. There we go. Okay. Let's get back to it. Right, well, sorry about that. There was a bit of a bug. And now we can carry on. So now let's actually see what happens when we betray Fido. Okay. Yeah, okay, so it's saved where we are. Okay, yeah, this just picked up right where we were. Then we're good. Luna and I stepped out of our AB room a little later than the others. They were already gathered in front of the projection, awaiting the announcement of the results.
So, you chose betray.
Yeah.
Did you do it to protect yourself? Were you worried that Phi might choose betray?
That's a good question.
Huh?
I'm honestly not sure myself why I did it.
Well, we should go see the results. I want to see how Kay and Clover voted.
Right. Let's go then.
Results from round 2 of the Ambidex game will now be displayed. Please direct your attention to the results screen.
Okay, so everyone else's votes are the same. And of course she allied this time. Because why would she not? God damn it, Phi.
Points have been assigned or subtracted accordingly. Please check your bracelet to see your updated bracelet points.
Well played, Sigma. I guess a promise means a lot to you.
I had nothing to say. She was right, I'd broken a promise.
Why did you do it? Nothing to say. I guess I misjudged you. I thought you were better than this.
Hey, you can't talk. In the previous route you blamed us for betraying you in this route, and we hadn't even done this route yet.
That was not a smart move, Sigma. I won't forget this. I'll make sure you pay. Even if it's the last thing I do.
So this is where she said that then. But this hadn't happened yet. Though I guess because they're alternate timelines, they all happen at the same time, so that's a bit redundant.
Elapsum semel occasionum, non ipse potest Jupiter reprehendere. A Latin proverb.
What does it mean?
Not even Jupiter can find a lost opportunity. Jupiter is a Roman god. Actually, he's kind of the Roman god. He's in charge of all the others. Not even Jupiter, the ruler of the gods, can take back what's been done. You did something bad. You're not gonna get a chance to take it back.
I turned away from Phi. I couldn't stand to look at her anymore. In front of me were Kay and Clover. Their eyes bored into me with cold disapproval, and I looked away. They'd both chosen an ally as promised. The only person who betrayed anyone was me. The only person with 9 BP was me. Little wonder I wasn't very popular.
What do you intend to do?
You aren't thinking about trying to open the number 9 door, are you?
For a moment, I considered the unthinkable. Could I break through them and reach the door? Once I was through, I'd be out of the game and free from their judgment. But no, I couldn't do that. How could I possibly justify leaving them all behind so I could escape on my own? Okay, so we're not selfish in this route then. Why had I chosen Betray? In my memory, it seemed like an almost flippant choice, as if I'd just been curious to see what would happen. Well, it's got me pinned. If betrayal was what I wanted, I should have made that choice with commitment. But there I was, and I couldn't turn back. Even if I didn't try to open the number 9 door, they would all be suspicious of anything I did. Trust is easy to break and hard to repair. Unless I could somehow turn back the clock, I was stuck with the consequences of my actions.
Elapsum semel occasionum, non ipse potest Jupiter reprehendere. Not even Jupiter can find a lost opportunity.
How could I do something that was beyond the reach of a god? Why hadn't I just chosen Ally? I did, and she chastised me for this choice that I hadn't even made yet. What would be happening to me right now? We'd be getting screwed over is what would be happening. What if? Then Phi spoke and I blinked.
Sigma, we're just doing this to be safe. We can't let you run around with 9 BP. I'm afraid you're going to have to sleep for a little while. Okay?
Huh? I started to turn around, but it was already too late. I felt a heavy hand slam into the back of my neck. There's Kate. And then everything went dark. Game over. Okay, so the other route where she betrays us out of revenge is the true route for at least this Phi route. I don't know if it's the true route for everyone. Oh, it's unlocked. Oh. I guess the assumption is that I would have done this first, because I got here by betraying to begin with, and so it's just, the game developers, the writers, assuming that, I'd made this choice flippantly without commitment, like he said, just to see what would happen, which is exactly what I was doing when I started this last chain of routes, in all honesty. But when I got there and I got to the end and I know I was with Phi, I allied her. But now that we've betrayed her and we've seen both sides of the coin, we can continue.
You chose Ally, right? Are you sure that was okay?
Yeah, of course.
You sound
Phi did
pretty
too.
sure of yourself.
Oh, it's not confidence. I already know.
What?
Let's just go have a look, shall we? We'll know pretty quick whether I knew anything or not.
Okay,
Okay, so I know that she chose Ally. Surely it would be I know that she'd betrayed.
let's go.
Unless... I don't know, has this changed now that I've seen the other route then?
Results
I guess so.
from round 2 of the Ambidex game will now be displayed. Please direct your attention to the results screen.
Please say everyone allied this time. Yeah, ally, good. Please? Nope, okay. But we know her reasoning now, we understand. But apparently we've unlocked a way through, so let's see how it
Points have
goes.
been assigned, or
So let's just skip up to here. What the hell, Phi? Why did you choose Betray? You chose Ally before.
I see. So you remember it too? The other round 2.
What? That wasn't even close to the response I'd expected. It felt anticlimactic. Hey, hold on a minute here. You know? You remember how I chose Betray last time in round 2?
Yeah, of course. Why do you think I chose Betray this time? Don't you remember what I said? That I'd make you pay?
Yeah, I do remember that. And this is you making me pay?
Yes.
Oh damn it, I wish I betrayed her first so that this could have blown my mind, but whatever. Wait. No, that didn't make any sense. Something wasn't right. How could we both know about an earlier round 2? How could there have been an earlier round 2? Was it some sort of alternate history? What the hell was I thinking? That was conspiracy theory shit. Even if there was some sort of alternate timeline or universe or whatever, there was no way I could know what had happened in it. No way I could know. At least I didn't think there was any way I could know. But if I could, then how? I remember Phi choosing Ally, scowling at me when I broke my promise and swearing vengeance. Let me just check my levels real quick. Okay. It's working. We're good. We can carry on.
That was not a smart move, Sigma. I won't forget this. I'll make sure you pay, even if it's the last thing I do.
Why did I know that? Perhaps, more importantly, why did Phi remember it? What the hell did any of this mean? Suddenly I realized that I wasn't alone. I looked up to see Luna, Clover, and Kay. They all began to speak at once.
What happened?
Why did you choose Betray, Phi?
Yeah, you're the only one who didn't vote Ally.
Phi looked away and scowled. For several long moments, her eyes stared off into the distance, and I could also see her mind working. Finally she sighed and spoke.
Right. Well, I've got 9 points now. So sorry, but I'm out of here.
Huh? What do you mean?
Do I really have to explain it? I'm leaving.
Let's skip up to whatever happens next then. I felt myself speaking before I even knew what the words were. Elepson semal occasionem non ipse potest Jupiter reprehende. I can't remember how to pronounce that, so forgive me. Not even Jupiter can find a lost opportunity. Are you sure this is how you want it to end? What about the nunnery game? Zero, the bombs? We still don't know the truth about any of it. If you leave now, we never will. Is that really what you want?
Fine.
Phi slowly let go of the lever. Oh, achievement unlocked. Why'd you know that you... something? I don't know. Look, I'm sorry about betraying you. I'm honestly not sure why I did it.
Forget about it. This time you chose Ally and I chose Betray. I think we're even.
What are you talking about?
When did you betray her? Are you talking about round 1?
No. We aren't talking about round 1, we're...
Just drop it. There's no point. I doubt they'd understand even if you did tell them.
Yeah, you're right.
Huh?
Hmm?
I don't get it.
Well, at least it seems Phi has decided to remain.
You've really changed your mind?
Yeah.
It's some weird new way of using the morphogenetic field then, I guess. Like in the same way we did at the end of 999 to change the timeline and make things correct. But you know, this is just woven into the entire gameplay and all the choices instead of just kind of being thrown in a couple of routes. I like it. It's a big expansion on the themes of the first game. I'm loving this. But anyway,
I'll stick around a little longer. Like he said, I can't leave until we figured out what's going on.
the AB game will continue until someone opens the number 9 door. If someone reaches 9 BP and doesn't open the door, the game will keep going.
Oh man, that's a relief.
Please don't scare us like that again.
So on to the white door then.
The Ambidex gates have closed. Round 3 of the Ambidex game will be the Star Round. Star keys are required to open the gates. There is no set limit on usage of the Star keys. The Ambidex gates can be opened as many times as the players wish to open them.
As many times as we want, huh? And that means...
As long as you have the star keys, you can play the AB game as many times as you want.
You probably won't be allowed to play it continuously, however. There's a period of time between when the doors open and when the polling ends.
Based off the last 2 rounds, I think it's about 45 minutes long.
So you can repeat the game once every 45 minutes or so.
Oh, that's right.
What?
Didn't Zero Jr. say something about that?
As soon as the gates close, your colors get all shuffled up automatically.
The pair and solo assignments hop around a bit too.
Oh yeah. What are your bracelets, guys? Looks like I'm... Oh, I'm a solo this time. A red solo.
I'm a magenta pair.
I think it's the first time I've been a solo. If I can
Me
remember.
too.
That means we'll be a team this time. I think we'll do great.
Yeah.
Who's gonna be my partner then? I'm a cyan pair.
They do not appear to be here. I, for instance, am a yellow pair.
Okay, so we're going to be with either Alice or Quark then. I mean, they are, not we. Wait a second. If Luna and Clover are a magenta pair, Vi's a cyan pair and Kay's a yellow pair, who the hell am I supposed to partner up
The
with?
cyan pair, I imagine.
Vi and her mysterious partner.
Okay, so we are with Vi then.
Sigma.
How'd you figure
what
that?
colors are added together to create cyan?
Green and blue, right?
What color would you get by adding your red to that?
Red, green and blue would be white.
Exactly.
So you're saying the next set of chromatic doors are going to be white?
Yes,
How do you know?
because I have seen them. After leaving the archives, we found a warehouse very similar to this one. In it was a set of white doors. Well, to be precise, a set of doors which radiated white light.
Yep. Seems people found them in every route. Nobody missed them.
Yeah, I saw him too. After we were finished in the garden, we went to the same warehouse he's talking about. They had the same little lock thingies. I'm 100% sure they're the next chromatic doors.
What about the people back in the infirmary? Do they know about the white doors?
Yes, if we exclude Quark from their number, then I believe they do.
I don't know what colours they are.
As far as pairs go, we're missing a cyan and a yellow.
If Sigma's a red solo, then we should have a green solo and a blue solo back in the infirmary.
Well, I'm going back to the infirmary. Kinda worried about Alice and Quark.
I'll go too.
As will I.
Oh, that's right. Wait, guys. There's something I need to tell you.
Huh? What is it?
Go on.
I meant to say something earlier, but I guess there was just so much other stuff going on. I looked at Fi. She nodded back. See, the truth is... And then we tell them about the third bomb. Well, the third bomb, the other bomb.
What?
Oh no!
You found another bomb?
Yeah,
Where?
in the garden.
No, that's not possible. We didn't see anything like that.
Could you have missed it?
No! No way! We checked every part of that room.
There was a number on this one too. It said 1. Since the one we found in the crew quarters said 3 on it, well,
You think there might be a third bomb out there somewhere?
I think there's a good chance.
Very well. We should split up and find this other bomb. It could be anywhere.
yeah, I agree.
But even if we do find it, what are we supposed to do?
That is a concern for later. At the moment, our primary concern should be finding it.
You can't fight an enemy you can't see, after all.
Precisely.
All right, I'll head back to the infirmary and let everybody else know.
Please.
How about we set a time to meet back here, just in case? The time we have left until the chromatic doors open is... Let's see...
Just under 2 hours. I guess this is where we fail then, because we only had the passcodes for the 0 and the 1 bomb, meaning there is at least 4 bombs, because, you know, 0 bomb.
1
Quite a
hour
bit,
and
actually.
57 minutes.
I think
So we'll
approximately
probably-
half of that should be enough. When we have 1 hour remaining, we should meet back at the infirmary. Acceptable?
Yeah, so we'll probably hit another lock in this then, because we don't have all the passcodes for all the bombs.
That sounds good to me.
Right. I'll tell the others too.
Good. Let's go. But hey, more progress before we get to another lock. It's still promising. Damn, there's so many locks in this game. In 999 there was literally 2 locks. But then again, I guess there was only like 5 routes, I think. With a couple of them having bad endings. So these are white doors that Kay and Clover were talking about. Yeah, there's the lock thing. No question, these are chromatic doors, I guess.
So it seems.
Ah! What? When did you...
I've been here the whole time.
Seriously? I didn't notice you at all.
Oh, I guess your hearing's starting to go. How sad.
So, what do you want? Why are you stalking me?
I'm not stalking you. I just followed you here.
It's pretty much the same thing. But how did you do it? You were totally silent. Are you Batman?
I already told you I'm not. Remember? Back in the AB room when we met?
Way back at the start, confirmed she was not Batman. Yeah, actually. You also jumped super high, all the way up to the ceiling.
Right. Aren't you curious about that graffiti?
Graffiti? Oh yeah, that. Memento mori if a night flying ate the sun. Did a kid write that or what?
Why do you say that?
Well, they managed to spell ninth wrong. Who puts an E in there?
You're right.
And again, maybe it means something.
Do you know what it means? The Latin part.
Hey now, give me a little credit. Even I know what memento mori means. You see it all over the place. You do? I like since I played this game, I have never seen this phrase before. So, as far as I know, it translates to something like "Be aware of death" or "Remember your mortality." Never forget that we all die someday. I guess it's a sort of cautionary thing.
What about the other part?
It's exactly what it says on the tin, right? Some sort of conditional about lions and suns. Anything come to mind?
No, nothing. Nothing at all. What about you?
Me? Well, let's see. Memento mori, if the night fly and ate the sun. Memento mori, if the night fly and ate the sun. I repeated the words over and over in my head, but nothing. Whatever they meant, it was beyond me. But perhaps Phi... Latin?
Huh?
Don't you know Latin? Maybe you can figure more of it out.
Well, I know a little. More than most people, I guess, but I'm not an expert.
Then how do you know that phrase? Elepsum semel occasion non ipse potest Jupiter reprehendere.
Oh, that. That's from, this.
She unpinned the brooch from her chest as she spoke and held it out to me. I hesitated for a moment, then took it.
Look at the back.
I turned it over. Elepsum semel occasion non ipse potet Jupiter reprehendere. I'm pretty sure I'm pronouncing that differently every time, so just bear with me. So I guess the I is pronounced like J in Latin, huh?
Yeah.
What is
A
this?
memento of my late mother. Well, I guess it's something like a memento.
What does that mean?
She died right after I was born. I was raised by foster parents, and they told me where the brooch had come from. Apparently, it was the only thing my mother had left behind.
What about your father?
Don't have one. I guess you could say I was a bastard. I never saw his face, and I don't know his name.
I mean, to be fair, I did actually literally call you a bastard when you betrayed me the first time there, Phi. So, I can believe that.
I don't even know if he's alive.
Oh. I couldn't think of anything else to say, so I just handed her back the brooch.
That phrase got to be almost like a prayer for me. Whenever I had to make a tough decision, I'd say it to myself. Sometimes I'd just repeat it over and over like a chant. Before long, I had it memorized. Got me interested in Latin, and I started studying the language. Elapsum semel occasionum non ipse protest Jupiter reprehendere. Not even Jupiter can find a lost opportunity. Sounds nice, doesn't it? But it seems kind of funny now. I mean, look at us. We've done what Jupiter can't. We can find our lost opportunities.
Yeah, we can look through all the different realities and find the sum of their parts.
That's why I followed you here. I thought it would be a good idea to talk to you about all this. Alone.
Oh, finally. Yeah, I agree.
There's something else we need to do too, though.
Find the number 2 bomb.
Exactly. So we should get going. I'm pretty sure the bomb isn't in here. There's nowhere to hide it. So
you're saying we should go somewhere else?
yeah. Well, come on, don't just stand there. We need to get a move on.
Without waiting for a reply, she turned and started towards one of the exits. I followed. Back is the archives then? Or are we just going back downstairs? The archives. Good place to hide a bomb. Now where the hell do we start looking?
I doubt it really matters. If it's here, we'll find it eventually.
So what about that Jupiter
We
stuff?
can talk while we look. Now get started.
I turned to a corner of the room and began to look while Phi spoke.
I'll start with a conclusion I've come to. Our consciousnesses seem to be able to jump through time. No, sorry. Through time isn't really accurate. It's more like we move through worlds.
Worlds?
Yes. I don't mean physical planets in this case. I'm talking about a whole different universe, really. Parallel worlds.
What?
Do you know about the many worlds interpretation?
Well, Kind of. I think I've heard of it once or twice.
Oh, well, I'll just explain it. Let's say, I don't care what it is, but could you move?
Huh?
Scratch your head, cross your arms, put your hands on your hips. Anything?
I had no idea what that was supposed to explain, but I did as she'd asked. Let's applaud others. Let's blow a kiss. Mwah. Mwah. Go feelings, touch her heart. She dodged them. That's cold.
You did something gross just now, didn't you? But you could have chosen to tap dance or moonwalk.
Tap dance?
The
Moonwalk.
details don't matter. Just talking about possibilities here. Now, maybe there are other Sigmas in other worlds who did all of those things. All of these worlds and realities are branching off from one another. The choices you could have made branched off from the moment you decided what you were going to do just now. Every moment you make a decision, another universe branches off, on and on into infinity.
Yep.
Each of those branches is an alternate world, a world where a version of you did something different. Haven't you ever thought about what life would have been like if you'd made different choices? What if you'd gone to this high school instead of that one? What if you hadn't started a study group? What if you hadn't told that girl you liked her? What if? What if? But are those what ifs really just what ifs? Or are there other worlds out there where you did those things anyway? That's the many worlds interpretation in a nutshell. I've simplified it a lot. Doesn't have to be human actions, though. I just used your actions to make the explanation easier to grasp. The actions of a cat, the flight of a bee, the movement of a microorganism, even fluctuations in air temperature. All these can change history.
Whoa. Hold on a second here. I'll let microorganisms slide, but there's no way that air is conscious of anything.
Can you say for sure that you are?
What?
All of your actions are caused by the cells in your brain. If we go down a little further, then you could say all of your actions are the result of atoms or electrons, or smaller particles we haven't even discovered yet. Are those atoms and electrons still you making a decision? At that level, how different are you from the air? I'd say not much. Human existence is just one part of reality. Falling in love is like a tulip blossoming. A tulip blossoming is like a tornado forming in South America. See what I'm saying? The only thing that really matters is the action of the most elementary particles of matter. That's where history happens. That's where universes branch out.
Yeah, this'll make sense. Assuming you subscribe to this theory, then yeah, that's basically the gist
Hey,
of
you
it.
stopped. Are you done with that shelf?
Oh, no, not yet.
Well, keep looking while I talk. How familiar are you with quantum physics? Never mind, don't answer
Extremely
that.
loosely.
I'll try and keep it simple for you. Let's see. Hey, hand me that box, will you?
This one? Sure. I handed the box I'd been examining over to her. She set it down on the desk and opened the top.
Also... Ah, there's a stuffed lion over there. Perfect. He's part of Felidae, too.
With that, she grabbed the lion and tossed it unceremoniously into the box. She also took a weight and an ink jar and put them next to the lion.
Alright, everything's ready.
Ready?
Remember that book in the crew quarters about Schrodinger's cat? It relates to all this stuff I've been talking about. Anyway, come look at the box.
What about looking for
This'll
the...
only take a minute. Now look.
I shrugged and peered into the box.
What do you see?
Well, there's a stuffed lion.
From now on, that's a cat. A living cat. This is important. Got it?
Yeah, it's a cat meow.
Oh man. This again?
Sorry. I can't help it.
I find that hard to believe. Ugh. Fine. Maybe I can just ignore it.
For what it's worth, I'm sorry.
Alright, what else do you see?
A weight that's not even a pond and a jar of ink.
Right. Now the weight is going to be radioactive material. And the jar of ink is full of poisonous gas.
What? I'm getting out of here.
Idiot.
Oh my god, these cat puns every single time.
It's not really full of gas. This is just hypothetical. Imagine that it's full of gas. So, what's the weight?
Radioactive material.
And the jar of ink.
One sec. Someone just sent me a message. Just give me 1 second. It's pretty important. I just need to make sure it's not anything drastic. No, okay, we're good. We're good. Sorry about that. I'm back. Let me just minimize. Minimize. There we go. Sorry, just expecting something important to come through at some point tonight, so anyway.
Exactly. Good work. Now, there's one other thing you need to know about the jar. If it's struck by any of the alpha particles the radioactive material emits, it'll break. These particles are emitted randomly, but there's a 50% chance that one of them will come into contact with the jar over the course of an hour. So let's close the lid.
Okay.
And
Where are we going with
an
this?
hour has passed. Here's the question. Is the cat inside of the box alive or dead? You can't open the box to check. And you can't hit the box.
Well, to be fair, since it's a cat, I mean, I know the whole Schrodinger's cat thing, but just to be an asshole, I mean, it's a cat. It's probably just been curled up asleep in there for the last, like, 18 hours, so...
Obviously, you can't shake it either. It's also been soundproofed, so the cat could be howling up a storm in there and you'd never know. Basically, you have no idea what's going on inside the box.
I think in every existence, in every reality ever, the cat was just chilling and sleeping like cats always do, so I think we're safe.
Do you remember what happens if the alpha particles hit the jar?
It breaks, gas fills the box, and the cat inhales it, and death will whisk her away.
And what if the jar doesn't break?
The cat lives to tell the tale.
Haha. And what are the chances of either of those things happening?
About 50%.
Uh-huh. So, what's your answer? Is the cat alive or dead?
I can't possibly know.
Then guess. It's not hard. Alive or dead?
I'm gonna say it's alive. The cat is, pause for dramatic effect, alive.
Nope.
Damn it.
You're wrong.
It's dead?
That's wrong too.
Then what's the right answer? There is no right answer. That's the point of this whole thing.
The answer is that it's in a state where it is neither dead nor alive.
Well, yeah, exactly. What? How does that make any sense?
It's an extrapolation of something we see at the atomic level. We don't know if an atom is spinning upward or downward until we measure it. Before it's measured, those two possibilities coexist. But as soon as the measurement is taken, obviously, only one possibility is the truth. That's what's happening with the alpha particles. Since we can't know when they were emitted or where, we only know the probability that they'll impact the jar. Because we can't observe anything that's happening in the box, that becomes the entire system. In other words, the box is like the atom. We don't know how the cat's life or death situation has resolved itself until we look at it. Until we do, it's just a bunch of possibilities. Do you get it? If the cat in the box is possibilities,
Then it's both alive and dead.
right. So, let's open the lid. And when we do, all the possibilities will collapse into a single truth. Meow. What a relief, huh? Looks like the cat's alive. Anyway, that's Schrodinger's cat. The many worlds interpretation is one theory for explaining that weirdness.
So there's another world out there where this cat died?
Yeah, that's the idea. Looks like that cat tick of yours cleared up.
Yeah. Well, your story was pretty insane.
Insane?
You don't think so? Just the idea of something being alive and dead at the same time. And if the moment the lid is open determines whether or not the cat's dead, then it's almost like events in the future can determine the past. I mean, the cat doesn't die when you open the lid, so it must have already been dead.
Exactly. You've experienced it, haven't you?
What on earth are you talking about?
Think back. Remember round 2 of the AB game?
Yeah?
When you chose Betray, what was my vote?
This also happened in Semyoji's route as well. Because the first time we betrayed him and he voted ally, and the second time we voted ally and he betrayed us, and I remember Sigma pointing that out. So this all feeds back to my theory that Semyoji is Junpei, because maybe, you know, Junpei going for the whole thing, it would make sense considering he was a part of the morphogenetic field and he could access that. I'm just calling it. I'm continuing to call it. I'm putting more coins down onto that bet that Semyoji is Junpei. Ally.
But what happened this time?
I chose ally and you chose betray.
Right. And both times, I put in my vote a full minute before the deadline. When did you push the button?
Right before the deadline.
I see. Well, that makes this a little easier to explain. If you chose betray, then my vote was ally. If you chose ally, then my vote was betray. But I made my choices a whole minute before you made yours. Don't you think that's strange? You do see what I'm saying, don't you?
That my choice in the future altered your action in the past?
Yeah. From your perspective, there's no other way to interpret it. Look at this die. I found it over there. Let me give you one last example.
As she spoke, she tossed the die into the box and quickly shut the lid.
Alright. Answer this question. What number is the die on?
It's definitely 4. Has to be 4.
Okay. I'm going to open the lid. Good job.
Thank you. Thank you.
You got it right.
That was just a fluke.
Was it?
Huh?
Let's think about what was going on before I opened the lid. What number was the die on?
4, of course.
Haven't you been paying attention? The die is still a collection of atoms, isn't it? I don't think you can reasonably suggest that it was made of some different kind of matter.
Wait, so you're saying that before you opened the lid, the die was on all the numbers?
Uh-huh. That's one way to look at it, at least.
And then when you opened the lid, it was just one number?
Or it might have become that number when you declared which one it was.
Huh? Wait, what do you mean?
Your choice in the future has an effect on the past.
That's crazy.
Anyway, that's all I wanted to say. We got a little off topic there, but I think I made my point. Reality separates off into an infinite number of branches for each and every possibility. You and I seem to be able to jump from branch to branch. Of course, our bodies aren't doing the jumping. Our consciousnesses just sort of dive into other versions of ourselves in other worlds.
Whoa. I think I get it now. That's how you knew my name, right? You jumped in from another world. And that's how you knew all those other things you shouldn't have known.
Yeah, that's the best I can figure out, at least. Unfortunately, it seems like we don't retain all our memories when we jump. Maybe we only remember particularly important things. I'm not sure how it works. But whatever the reason, it seems to be fairly limited. And often, we don't seem to remember jumping at all. Things will just sort of pop up.
That's why when someone asks us how we know X, all we can think of to say is, I just knew.
Yeah.
What's causing this then? I don't remember ever doing this before, so why would it start now?
If we knew that, I don't think we'd be having so much trouble. It's just,
Just what?
well, I'm pretty sure it has to do with why we're locked up in here. There's no way this doesn't have something to do with whatever Zero Senior's trying to do. Why would he have left that Schrodinger's cat book in the crew quarters?
Huh. You aren't kidding, are you? Maybe this is some sort of huge Schrodinger's cat experiment. And all 9 of us are locked up inside the box right meow.
And what if you've got it backwards?
Backwards? Yeah. That's what I was thinking, like the whole outside world. The whole Radical 6 situation, everyone's dead, or Frivasol is taken over.
We're outside of the box, and the rest of the world is inside.
And the moment we step out of this place...
Yeah, we might be determining the history of the world outside.
No way. I had 1,000 other questions, but before I could open my mouth to ask them...
Oh, good. There you are.
Did something happen?
Yes, we found it.
Ah, okay, so we found bomb number 3. Found what?
What do you mean, what? What else could we find? The bomb! The other antimatter bomb. The number 2 bomb is in the control room.
But nobody found the number 0 bomb yet. We know it exists thanks to Dio's route. Is this it?
Yeah.
This is one of them, all right.
And it's number 2 apparently. Well, at least we've found them all now.
No. There could be more. Like Kay said, there might be a number 4 bomb out there. We have no way to know.
Did you tell anyone else about this, Clover?
Well, not really. But, I wasn't the first person to find it.
Who was?
Kay and Luna. After they found it, they came to the infirmary and told the rest of us.
Who was in the infirmary?
Everyone. Tenmyoji and Dio were there. So were Alice and Quark, of course, although they were still asleep.
So everyone who wasn't asleep knows about the bomb. I see.
Yeah.
There's nobody else here there. Where'd they all go?
Right after we came here to look at the bomb, they all left. They were going to go look for you two.
What about Alice and Quark?
They're the same. Still sleeping. We checked them out just to be sure, but they seemed fine.
That's good. Fi and I looked at one another and let out a small sigh of relief.
Oh, right. I checked everybody's bracelets when we were in the infirmary. Did you want to know what they were?
Yeah, who are we teaming up with then? It took Ronnie a moment to explain. Alice was a green solo. Quark was a blue solo. Dio's bracelet made him a yellow pair. And Tenmyoji was a cyan pair. So we're teaming up with Tenmyoji then, I think? Can't remember. So what are our options for groups?
The next set of doors to open are going to be the white doors. That means we'll have to mix our colors so that we get white.
If I laid out what that would mean. So we are with... Yeah, we are with Tenmyoji then. Option A. Fi and Tenmyoji would pair with me. Kay and Dio would pair with Quark. Clover and Luna would pair with Alice.
Huh? There's only one option?
Yeah. Any other combinations don't make white.
What about Alice and Quark? Luna said it's going to be a while until they wake up.
We'll just have to carry them. The secondary doors won't open without 3 bracelets. And if we can't open them...
Yeah, we'll get penalized.
Exactly.
Don't worry about Alice. I'm on her team.
Are you saying you can carry her?
Yeah, well, I can get Luna to help me.
True. I'm sure she'd be happy to help.
What about Quark?
He's on Kay's team. There shouldn't be any issues there.
Yeah, Kay can easily carry Quark. He did do another route for us anyway, so that's sorted. Well, we still need to figure out what we're going to do about this bomb. Alice said we should be safe as long as it's not triggered with the remote.
Maybe, but we can't just leave them here forever. I mean, if they go off, then everything in like a couple 100 kilometers is gonna get fried.
Wait, a couple 100 kilometers? What are you talking about? That bomb should only have about as much explosive power as a ton of TNT. Which is nothing to sniff at, but there's no way near the kind of yield you're talking about.
It could be. What if these bombs are just like the detonator?
I mean, we are next to a big antimatter reactor literally just behind that glass, so if the big chain reaction of explosions causes that to explode, then yeah, everybody is fucked. Oh, you mean there might be a bunch more anti-hydrogen around here or something? Around here somewhere. Yep, right over there.
The reactor.
Yeah, there are supposed to only be 18 antimatter reactors in the whole world. If that's one of them, then there's a lot of anti-hydrogen.
How much is a lot?
3.5 kilograms.
Jesus. Okay, well, everyone's fucked then. 3.5? That's like 10,000 times more than Alice's 350 milligrams.
If there really is that much, and if it does explode,
then we would be looking at an explosion roughly 10,000 times more powerful than the bomb dropped on Hiroshima.
So yeah, basically the entire world would pretty much be fucked. A massive ass explosion like that, it would just devastate the world. No. That's insane.
Wait, Clover, how did you know that?
know what?
That stuff about antimatter reactors.
Well, that's, during my training, they...
Training for what?
My job?
Oh, of course. I didn't realize waiters these days needed to memorize how many operational antimatter reactors there were worldwide. Or how much fuel each one of those reactors might be storing. You don't work at a cafe, do you?
Did you hear about that from Alice?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, she's right then.
And why are you using antimatter reactors at a cafe?
That's, what we call the coffee machines.
Wow. What? Are you fucking with me?
I'm telling you the truth. I work at a cafe. It just might, be a kind of fake job to divert attention. I think they call it a cover.
What?
Then what's your real job?
I'm sorry. I really can't tell you anything else.
Why not?
It's classified.
Classified by who?
The government?
The government?
That's right. Alice said it was her job to eliminate enemies of the state or something. So you two do work together. Yeah, we know all about this. She was our first ending, so we heard all about her job.
Oh no! Check your bracelets. How much time do we have left?
What are you talking about?
How long until the doors open? Come on, quickly!
Oh, okay. Damn. We were supposed to have met up 5 minutes ago. That's only 5 minutes, it's fine.
I'm
No one's
heading
gonna
back
flip.
then. Remember, we're supposed to meet at the infirmary. You guys hurry back, okay? Bye!
Hey, you haven't... Damn it. And she's gone. She's right, you know. We need to get going.
Hold on. I need to check something really quick.
What?
Oh, there you are. You're late. What were you doing?
Nothing.
Oh, way to not sound suspicious at all, Fi. When we arrived, everyone else was already back. Quark and Alice hadn't left, of course. They were both sleeping soundly. Any traces of the madness we'd seen earlier long gone.
Clover told us. You've seen the bomb in the control room.
Yeah, with our own eyes.
So what the hell should we do? That makes 3 bombs.
Well, we have to do something. They're bombs, for God's sake.
There's a quick and simple solution.
Really?
Remember what Alice said?
There should be an emergency deactivation password.
And we got the emergency deactivator device, I'm pretty sure, from the safe in the control room, so we're good.
If you enter that password, the device should, well, deactivate.
For one of the bombs at least, and for the other bomb that we haven't found.
You see it? Right here. There's a port. If we can find the password input device, we just connect it here. Then we can enter the password.
So, if we have the password, we can deactivate them?
Whoa, hold on a second. That's great and all, but we need that password input device she was talking about. Without that, we're still boned even if we did have the password.
Not a problem. We've resolved that issue.
Huh?
Show them.
Okay, we're finally going to talk about it then. I nodded and pulled it out of my pocket.
That was in the safe in the control room.
Yeah, it's a BlackBerry. Exactly. We didn't have any idea what it was at first, but Fi figured it out. Yeah, I know, right? Fucking BlackBerries are ancient. Nobody knows what they are anymore. After Clover left, we tested it.
Turned out I was right.
Oh, that's what they were doing after then, okay.
It fit perfectly.
Couldn't get it to do anything there. We plugged it in a couple random characters, but all we got was an error.
Still, I'm sure this is the thing Alice was talking about. We just didn't have the right password.
But why was it in the control room?
Do you think Zero Senior put it here for us?
That would suggest it was also Zero Senior who set up the bombs.
Doesn't that seem odd, though? Zero Senior wants us to play the nonary game, right? So why would he set bombs?
Maybe he wants to blow this whole place up if someone commits some crazy violation of the rules?
That doesn't make sense. Our bracelets already have poison in them.
Maybe that's what they meant by we would be penalized? Because Zero never specifically did say that being penalized meant that our bracelets, that's our bracelets would activate. He just said that we would be penalized. So maybe Dio's right here? I don't know.
If someone breaks a rule, all he has to do is activate their bracelet.
Yeah, you're right.
Well, whatever the case is, there's one thing we can be sure of. The person who set these bombs is one of us. Whether or not that person is also Zero Senior isn't particularly relevant at the moment. But what is relevant is that they know the deactivation password. If we can figure out who that person is and question them,
We can get the password and turn the bombs off.
Well, Sigma knew the password for... Oh no, he didn't know a password for a bomb. He said he knew a password for the second gate. We don't know what the second gate is.
exactly. That would be my quick and easy method. So fess up. Which one of you set the bombs?
Yeah, because that's going to work.
Not that I
Exactly.
expect you to do that.
Yeah.
So, we're going to be checking everyone.
Checking us?
Yes. Once they're set, the bombs are controlled by a remote. It stands to reason that whoever set them has that remote.
So you're gonna search us for it?
Yes. But no buts. If you refuse, that implicates you. Do what I say and you'll be fine, assuming you are actually innocent. Understand? No reason to wait. Let's get started. Anyone want to volunteer to go first? No? Alright. Let's see.
Yeah, because who's gonna volunteer to be scrutinized heavily like that, right? Wait.
Huh?
You only need to search one person.
What? Why?
Because I figured out who did it. I know who did it. The words were out of my mouth before I'd even realized I was saying them.
How can you... There's no way.
Yeah. I met Fi's gaze and nodded, then turned away. Do I know who did it? I know who set the bombs. That person. To be continued incoming. You did it. The room was suddenly silent. To be continued. To be continued. There it is. Okay, so we got our next lock in the story. So this is our chance to branch out again. And yet, that one's not unlocked right away. And we still haven't unlocked this fucking route over here. We still don't know the password for the other route. Fucking... Okay, so the real question is now, do we want to ally and go down this route? Because this looks like pretty substantial stuff, and then again, so does this. Or do we want to just say, nah, we're not okay with the red door and go down this route? I think we're gonna do that. Let's go. As far as how I felt about that, no, I'm not okay. No. That's not okay.
Why not?
Because...
No, this is bad. Which door do you want then? The only other choices are A and C.
I thought about it again. If I went with A, then Luna and I would end up paired with Clover, and we go through the green door. On the other hand, if I chose C, we'd be going through the blue door with Alice. So which one did I want? I decided to go with... I mean, I know we've only got one choice, so one of these isn't going to work. Blue door with Alice, because we've already done Clover's route. I'd like to take option C. We'll take Alice in the blue door.
Aren't you dense?
Yeah, of course she's not going to let that because we betrayed her.
What on earth makes you think I'd be willing to do that? There's no way in hell. I'm not going anywhere with you. You betrayed me in the last AB game. I don't pair up with assholes.
1 minute remains until chromatic doors close.
Oh, are they going to force me to go with Clover then, or what's going to happen?
Oh no, what are we going to do? We don't have much time left. Sigma, please, can't you reconsider?
Nope, I've got to be that asshole. It's for the future, just trust me. I don't really have a choice. There was no way I'd be able to physically force Alice to come with me, at least not in less than a minute. Fine. In that case... No, we've already done red door with fine. Let's go with Clover. I'll settle for option A. That's Clover in the green door.
That's fine by me. Like I said before, there's something I want to talk to Alice about.
Are you going to tell me what this thing is?
That'll have to wait. Talk to me again on the other side.
Oh, now I'm curious.
So you're fine with this, Alice? With option A, I mean?
Do whatever you want. I don't care.
Are there any other objections? Okay, that's it then. Let's go, everybody.
10 seconds remain until chromatic doors closed.
I guess Clover has nothing to say about that either then.
9, 8, 7.
We nodded quickly to one another and split up. Tamioji Dio and Alice headed towards the red door, while Kay, Quark, and Fine made their way towards the blue one. The gaping maw of the green door bounced in front of me as Clover, Luna, and I ran towards it.
2, 1, 0. Chromatic doors closing.
So I think this is the archives then? So we're going to be in the archives now? I don't know. It's either that or the Botanical Gardens, but I think it's it's the archives, okay.
Huh? Is this a dead end?
All 3 doors seem to be locked.
Yeah.
There's some kind of device over here. I wonder what it is.
It looks like the thing next to the number 9 door.
Clover, try pulling that lever.
Why do I have to do it?
It might be dangerous. I was hoping you could just wrap your hands around it, give it a good jerk. It is kind of big, but I'm sure you can handle it. Just be gentle. Oh my god, Sigma, just get in the sea.
This doesn't seem like appropriate workplace behavior.
Yeah, you tell him, Clover.
You're kind of grossing me out.
I know you probably still think of yourself as just a girl, but you have to become a woman.
You're not making it any better. Why don't you do it?
Wow, Sigma, why are you just such a piece of shit? Like, for real? If you can't take it, then maybe Luna can. Have you done this before? You just start at the base and work your way up, then give it a good tug once you get to the top. My god, Sigma!
What?
I hate you. I actually hate you.
What is wrong with you? If you're so desperate to give that lever a good time, why don't you do it yourself?
You tell him, Clover.
Just leave me and Luna out of your sick fantasies, you creep.
Fine. But I won't like it. I sighed heavily and flipped the switch with as much languid disdain as I could manage. Yeah, but way to set off on the wrong step, just like immediately, Sigma.
One of the doors opened.
Yeah, just the one on the left.
We might as well go through it.
Yeah, maybe we should try flipping it one more time there. I think you can actually manage it with just one hand, Clover. Just do it real fast, it won't take a second, just up and down once.
Ugh,
Oh my
you are
god,
disgusting.
Clover, really? Not Clover, sorry, Sigma. Alright, well if Sigma's done being a fucking creep, let's get into this new puzzle room then. Looks like there's going to be a lot to examine in here. Huh.
So this is the archives. That's what it said on the door after all, but...
Yeah, I didn't really expect it to be so archivy. All these books and stuff everywhere.
Maybe we can find some clues here.
I agree.
Alright, let's split up and have a look around. Alonsi? What? What the fuck? Well anyway, here we are, new puzzle, new shit to do. Let's just start examining shit. What is this? It looks like some kind of chart. It says management number. What do you think it means? Well, pretty much the only thing anyone's gonna manage in this room is books. It's got the letters A, B, C, and D, and the numbers 1 through 8 running vertically. Maybe it's referring to the bookshelves in front of us. Huh. Well, the bookshelf has 8 rows, and so does this chart. There's a narrow bookshelf on either side, and wider ones in the middle. Yes, they're shaped just like the diagrams on the chart. Oh god, we've got to put all the books in the right places, I'm guessing, or... Yeah, okay. What about the... Can we do anything with that? Hey, there's a blue slot here. You think we're supposed to put something in it? It's an awfully small hole. What would we be putting in it? A memory card or something? I don't know. Well, either way, let's just start looking for shit to examine. Okay, we need to unlock that. Let's get the dice. A green die. Nothing up nicely. Not making it sound any less suspicious. Well, it's perfectly ordinary. Okay. We need to get that lock off so we can open the box. As puzzles go, it's pretty straightforward. We just need the right 5-digit number. Yeah, and we don't have that yet, so there's no point trying. Ugh, no luck. Come on, you can do it. I think we need to find the other dice before we can work out what that is. So, there's another dice. A normal blue die. A music box. There's no music coming from this music box. I guess it's just a box. I don't see a spring. Maybe we should check the movement. The movement? Sorry, movement means the internal pieces that actually make it work, like the cylinder here. Unfortunately, it looks like it's been fixed in place with a Phillips screw. Alright, so we need to find a screwdriver then. There are some faint lines on this paper. Oh, must be notebook paper. I don't see any notes on it though. Are we gonna have to invisible ink that shit or something? Oh, well, I guess we have actual ink. Ink? Well, I guess the mystery of the dark blue liquid was easier to solve than I thought. This looks like the sort of ink you'd use with a dip pen, but I don't remember seeing anything like that. Then again, I suppose you could use it for a lot of different things. Can we just combine it with the paper? No, we can't, okay. Okay, so that's that. We can start examining the books once we've gotten the obvious shit out of the way. Well, there is the last dice. This dice looks perfectly ordinary. It sure does. Can we combine all three of them? Or at least like one at a time, maybe? Nope, okay. Then of course we can take the weight. It says 50 grams. I guess this is a weight. Yes, I think you usually use weights like this to weigh things, but I suppose you could do other things with it. If you put it in a snowball, you could get a little extra oomph. That's not what I meant. It's true though. Ah, a screwdriver, brilliant. Hey, a Phillips head screwdriver. Would you like to have a screwdriver in a room full of books? I mean, why would you have a screwdriver in a room full of books? Maybe it's useful if you're reading some deconstructionist literature. What? Oh my god, Clover with her dumb jokes. Okay, let's combine these two then and get the cylinder. Whoops. So I took off the screw, but all I got was the cylinder. And maybe the cylinder is what's important. No, I'm thinking. What if we combine the ink with this and then roll it up in the paper? Okay, yeah, okay, that's exactly what we need to do then. Alright, now I have a metal cylinder covered in ink. Wonderful. What are you going to do with it? Roll it up in this and we'll get like a secret message or some shit. Just need to roll this across the paper. And there we go, pattern transcribed. I'm pretty sure we had like this exact same puzzle in 999. Or something similar at least. Oh, it just disappeared? And why did it disappear? Oh, the lion's up there. Can we grab it? Isn't there something up there? What is it? I can't see from down here. Okay, so I've no idea what we achieved by rolling that up, but now it's gone. Was it supposed to disappear? Or did that bug out? Did we get anything? Oh, report. Okay, I must have just missed that then. Oh, this is dices. This is die rolls. So 6, 5, 2, 1, 3. But we don't have any more context for that, so it's hard to tell. Anything else obvious on the ground that we can look at? Nah. Okay, so let's start examining the bookshelves then. It looks like these books are in Latin. Can you read it? No. I'm sorry. You don't need to apologise for that. What about you, Clover? Of course not. Okay, so I guess that shelf's nothing. Some books written in Latin, none of us can read them. Let's just go on every wall, make sure we hit everything. None of us can read them. More books in Latin. More books in Latin. Latin. More Latin. I guess and it's just this wall then over here. Latin. The fourth row at the leftmost column of shelves on the management chart. Okay, let's examine these rows then. I'm guessing, like, obviously this one. Let's go here first. Huh, one of these things is not like the others. You're right, it's a different colour. Let's have a look at it. Blue book. The Stairway? Yeah. Nice blue hardcover book. I guess the title is The Stairway? Hey, there's something written on the back cover of this book. What is that? Go up. A0502. I guess it's going to be directions. We'll find like the starting point from these books. The sixth row of the leftmost column. Okay, so these rows don't do anything then. They've just got to go to the obvious one. Then maybe find directions around this to land in the right spot. And then maybe if I choose the right spot, then the card will be spat out. Or maybe I got to put the card in so I can put the information in. Who knows? Oh, there we go. This book is different too. Maybe we should take it with us. Go up. A book with a red cover. The title is Go Up. And this one too. The Stairway, B0630. Oh, okay, they're referencing each other then. So can I put the red book in here? Will that do things? Then I can put Go Up in there. I mean, they still don't match up, but I guess that's the best we can do right now. Here's another book that doesn't match. That makes 3. And Lion. A book with an orange cover. Its title is And Lion. It says something on the back cover of this one too. To the Sun. CO518. Oh wait, CO518. C05. Is that how many books across it is? Okay, so C 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, it looks like that means it's 18 books across. Okay, which book was that referencing? Whoop. Okay, I got this now. I got this. Let's grab these again because I wasn't paying attention to that. Because they all say where the different books want to be put, right? I'm assuming that's what it means. Makes sense. So let's just grab them all and then work out where they all get put. Is this the last odd book out? I think so. I double checked all the shelves. To the Sun. And Lion, DO7. Okay. A book with a green cover. Its title is To the Sun. Huh. It says something on the back of this book, just like the others. Okay, okay. So. Let's work out which one goes here. D. B. A. So Go Up. We want Go Up in here. Wait, we need to see what that one said on the back. Whoops. go up in the stairway in B. So go up this. Oops, go up the stairway. Where's the cat? Well, that was it, right? Listen, we'll select the stairway. Go up the stairway. What's the slot? Am I missing it? Oh, it's there, isn't it? There we go. Go up the stairway. To the sun. And then last book. And lion. Ah, that worked, okay. What was that? I think it came from the other side of the wall. No, that wasn't the wall. I think it came from the bookshelf. What's happening? Well done, there we go. Oh, we're making a stairway so we can go up and get the lion. Well, I guess that's what the books were saying, right? It sunk? I guess it was one of the trick bookshelves where if you put just the right thing in the right place, it does stuff. It's like a staircase. Well, if they were nice enough to give us stairs, I guess we should climb them. I guess we should. Can I just select this and it makes me climb them? The top is a lot more narrow than I thought. Should I go? Well, with a big skirt like that, it might get kind of dangerous. Oh, if I just hike it up, I think I should be. And I think there's somebody down on all fours trying to not look like he's staring up towards the bookshelf. Sigma? What are you doing? I lost a contact. You don't wear any. Ow! You climb. Okay. God, Sigma, why are you just such an actual piece of shit? A doll? Okay, that's the only thing that's up here. Guess I might as well take it. Huh. Can't really go any further. This is a dead end. You done yet? Was there anything up there? Yeah, I'm heading back down now. So? Did you find anything? No puzzles or anything like that. Just that stuffed animal? Yeah. Okay, well let's have a look at it then. That's a funny looking dog. Dog? I'm pretty sure that's a lion. This is a lion? It doesn't really look like one. Nah, it's a lion. Oh, hold on. There's a zipper on its back. Let's see what's inside. Ah, there we go. Okay, we've used the lion then. Here you go. This was inside of a lion. Okay, cool. So let's put this in here then. Alright, I've got this blue memory card. And there's a blue slot in the stand. Let's see what happens when I put it in then. Ooh, okay, we got a formation of dice that we need to do from the paper, so let's just look at that then. What's going on here? It's showing the dice. I wonder what the puzzle is. Well, there's only one way to find out. Roll the 6 dice to move them to where they need to go. Oh my god. This is more complicated than I thought it was going to be. Choose which die you would like to move by selecting it. You can roll it vertically or horizontally using the directional buttons. Jesus. Shit, okay, well before we start fucking everything up and rolling it around, let's look at our report. So, what's the layout here? Okay. Whoops. Okay, so we want 3, 1, 4, 2, 6, 5. see if we can get 3 onto here pretty easily. Here. I think that might be the right one. Oh no, shit. Okay, damn it, which... Okay, I think that's correct. Yeah, okay. So now we need 3. Oh, god damn it, so close. There, 3. Okay, so 3, 1, oops. 4 and 2. So let's get 4 going. 4, 2, which was 6 and which was 5. 6 on the end here and then 5. So let's get 6 going. And then of course 5. Hello? Did I have to be facing the right way? It looks like they're facing the right way. Yeah. Okay. I don't know, I guess we're missing a piece of the puzzle then. Damn, I didn't get it. Now let's see if we can do anything with these scales. Maybe certain colours are worth more or less, I don't know. So what are we doing here? We got our weight, so I guess we can put that back on. And then I guess we weigh the dice? If you put things on both sides you can compare them, but do we actually have anything to weigh? Well, the scale had a die and a weight on it when we found it. We've got 3 dice. I think we should be able to figure out what they weigh using this weight. Okay, so press the X button and use the left stick to place the dice where you want them. Check will compare their weight. When the scale is activated, the check button switches to the reset button. Select the reset button to move on to another measurement. Okay. Once you're done weighing things, select the back button to leave. Cool, okay. So let's put our 50 gram on there, and then we can put that on there. So that's heavier. Now one of these is going to be equal to that, I'm guessing, so that we have a reliable scale. I think the red one was on here. One of the dice was on here. And it looks all pretty even. Yeah, okay. So we know that we got 100 grams on there now, because both of these were heavier, right? Yeah, okay, so... Okay. So yeah, green is 100 grams, red is 50 grams. So let's see if this is still heavier than 100 grams. It is. So what about 150? Okay. Okay. Let's just memo this shit. So green is... Oh my god, fucking... Let me turn down the sensitivity on my mouse. Green is 50. Red is 100. And blue is 150. Easy, okay, so we made a note of that. Cool. I don't think this scale is going to unlock a box when we fulfill a certain condition or something. It certainly doesn't look that way. I think all we're supposed to do with it is weigh things. Okay, so now we have the weight of the dice, but I'm not sure what that's actually worth. Oh, unless we have the number of grams Don't multiply like this. Okay, okay. So which was which again? How do I get to my memo? Ah, memo. Okay. Okay. So it is 150 plus 50 times 100. So that is 2,000. Or is it? No. I'm silly. It is 100 times 50 plus 150, obviously. So that is 5,150. Which is 4 digits, so let's try putting that in. 5,100. Oh wait, this is 5 digits. Shit, okay. Well, I guess we can start it with a 0 then? 0, 5,150. I doubt this is... Oh. Just as I'm saying I doubt this is it, it unlocks. So there we go. There we go, unlocked. Good job. Let's open it. Okay, so we've got a book. Oh, I wonder if this is someone's diary. Sounds like fun. Book with bookmark. Nothing on the cover. I wonder what kind of book this is. Let's open it up. I can't read it. I think this is Latin. Okay, we need to get 5 then. It looks that way. Well, it's not a total loss. There's a bookmark at least. Huh. Maybe we should take that. You found a bookmark. Cool. So where is the bookmark here? What's that? Small computer terminal. Oh yeah, that's from control room, wasn't it? Okay. Okay. So now we've got our key for the main puzzle. This is easy, we can do this now. So we got the numbers, we got the colours. So first things first, let's look. Let's start with the number 5. 5 needs to be red. So let's get the red 5 on there. Cool. And then 6 blue. And how do we get it to switch around? How do we do this? Can I do this? Is this possible? I mean, I am dumb, so... Oh, fuck. God damn it, I didn't want to cancel out. I wanted to choose the other dice. Oh well, let's get red 5 back on here, then we're back in position. Now let's try and get 6. Oh, okay. So next, let's look at 4, which is green. Okay, let's try with this one. There, okay. So now we have 2, which is red. Cool, cool, cool. 1, which is blue. Where's that 1? There, okay. How do we get it to come up 1 there? There, okay, okay. Just trial and error until it fits. And now 3, green. Sure. So we just need to roll this into place. With a 3... Oh, that was a 6 there. How did that fit? Ah, whatever. Oh, unless it... I guess I fucked myself then, because I could have gotten the gold file, I guess, if I did it the other way. Good work, Sigma. That was amazing. The colours changed. Do you think... Let's take a look. Wait, is this? Yeah, it's the password to the safe. Which password was that? Is that? Oh, that was the gold password. So what do I do to get the normal password? Hello? What do we do? I mean, let's look at this. No, not the memo, the report. Because I could swear, yeah, I had a 6 where that bottom 3 is, and it accepted it. So I guess it was only looking for colours for the gold file. Maybe I need both the colour and the number for the normal one. And then obviously, because I accidentally slid it into place, it just accepted that as done. So I guess let's try that again. God damn it. Okay, so first things first, let's see, let's start with the, I think it was 5 on the end. Yeah, okay, 5. So... Yep. And then next is... blue 6. So, yep. Next is green 4. How do we get our 4 out here then? No. We're just shuffling through all the numbers, so it's gonna work eventually, right? 2, 3. No, it's not. Okay, brilliant. Fuck it, let's try with the other dice. Oh, I got it. There, okay. Okay, we got it. That was the right spot, wasn't it? Okay, yeah. Okay, so next it is red 1. Wait, no, that's red 2. Yeah, I was just looking at the wrong spot. So yeah, red 2. Okay. Wait, was that 2 or 1? Oh god damn it, I moved it into the wrong one. It needs to be 2. Okay, 2. How do I get this 2 to cooperate? God damn it, I don't know how to fix this now. Okay, well... First things first, let's just move these out the way. so that around the place where it needs to end, I've got some more space to wiggle it about. No, that's not it. Fuck. Wait, is it? There's 2 I wanted, right? Yeah, 2. Okay. Where is 2 on the dice? There. Okay. Fuck. So it looks like we're still in the same situation. Oh. Yeah. Okay. Cool. We got it. We got there eventually. And now next is 1 blue. So let's get this shit in place. But of course, it's not going to be easy, is it? I was never any good at Rubik's Cube or anything like that, so this is just a nightmare to me. Oh, okay, we got it. And then last but not least, what was that? It's definitely green, and it's free. So let's get free in position. No, we got it. Brilliant, okay. It took a bit of shuffling around, but we got there. Good job! Excellent work! I think this is a different password. We found the safe password, blah blah blah. Okay, now where was the safe? Down here. So our passwords are, first of all, the gold file is Moon Star. This is a safe, right? Yeah. It's just like the ones I saw in the AB room and the crew quarters. If we enter the right password, it should open up. I think. Moon Star then. Moon Star. Let's get a gold file. I think that we only got 2 more gold files to get in the game now. Maybe even 1? I can't remember. Awesome, it's open. Good job, Signa. Now let's see this then. How many more did we have to get? Let's confirm. 1, 2. Okay, cool. Prisoner's Dilemma. Apple and Banana committed a serious crime and were arrested. Since they were accomplices, the police separated them for questioning and kept them from communicating. A detective visits each criminal and tells them the following. If neither of you spills the beans, you both get 2 years. If he clams up and you confess, you'll get 1 year and he'll do 15. But if you both keep quiet and he gives it up, you'll... No, but if you keep quiet and he gives it up, you'll do 15 while he does 1. So I bet you're thinking, well, what if we both rat the other guy out? Pretty simple, pal. You both get 10 years. This is the prisoner's dilemma. Do you betray your partner or stay silent? In the AB game, however, sometimes the most rational choice isn't always the best one. Antimatter bomb. This bomb uses the energy generated by the collision of particles and antiparticles. So how does this work? Phi explains. Imagine 2 types of matter that are exactly opposite, like male and female. When they're combined, what happens? According to quantum theory, their numbers add together to make 0, like 1 and -1. And they kind of disappear because they cancel each other out. We call that annihilation, but when they collide they create something like a baby. Except the baby is sort of pure energy, a lot of it. So in other words, an antimatter bomb makes an exploding baby. Does that make sense? Kinda, and also kind of not, so detonator. This is a device that will detonate an antimatter bomb. Technically, it's called a remote triggering detonation signal device, but that takes a really long time to type out, so we'll just use detonator. This particular device has 2 modes of operation, immediate and delay. Pressing the switch when you're less than a meter away from the bomb will trigger the immediate mode, and the bomb will detonate immediately. If you're more than a meter away from the bomb, however, pressing the switch will activate the delay mode and the bomb will explode 30 minutes later. So, one of us has this detonator on them then. So now we know the rules of what's going to be coming up. Cybernetic Arm. A device originally created to weaponize genetically engineered psychic bears. What? Psychic bears? Well, I mean, bears pretty scary as they are already, but weaponized genetically engineered psychic bears, that's whole levels of terror right there. Just kidding. Oh, okay, well. It's actually an arm augmented for online sex chat. Not really. I mean, to be fair, if that was a thing, it probably would be used for that eventually. In truth, it's the arm from a mysterious libido-powered robot. I'm just messing with you. A cybernetic arm is actually a mechanical limb that you can control with your mind. Really. It has titanium alloy for bones, and these are covered with ABT, or artificial biological tissue. The ABT even has artificial nerves, so you can feel pain through it, just like a real arm. It has veins that connect to the rest of your body, so if you inject medicine into a cybernetic arm, it will flow into the rest of your body. Luna's necklace. Oh yeah. I didn't notice that the necklace was a bird in a cage, but okay. The necklace Luna is never seen without has a cage containing a blue bird hanging from it. If you twist the key on the bottom, it plays music. Someone special gave it to her as a gift, and she says it reminds her of the following lesson. Search for happiness wherever you can, because the search itself is what will make you happy. I see she plays a lot of JRPGs then, because that's kind of the philosophy there. 3 laws of robotics. The 3 laws of robotics were created by science fiction author Isaac Asimov. They play a large part in his Robot series. They are as follows. 1. A robot may not injure a human being or, through inaction, allow a human being to come to harm. A robot must obey the orders given to it by human beings, except where such orders would conflict with the first law. A robot must protect its own existence as long as such protection does not conflict with the first or second laws. Later on, Asimov also developed another preceding rule known as the Zero Flaw, which appeared in his story Robots and Empire. Don't know if that's real or just part of this game, but whatever, not heard of that one. The Zero Flaw... the Nonth Law? I don't know, the Nonth Law? How would you even say that? 0. A robot may not harm humanity or, by inaction, allow humanity to come to harm. Clearly, the 0th law has priority over the first 3, so the first law would have the unwritten addendum, except where this would conflict with the 0th law. Whether or not 016 was aware of this law is unclear, but in any event, 016 did act in accordance with it. Okay. 016? Where did we hear that before? I guess 016... I don't know what 016 is. I guess it'll come up when we're done then. Anyway, either way, now that we've read some of that confusing and enlightening stuff, let's use our password to get the hell out of here. So, whoops. So, password, archives, we want moon, sun, moon. Damn it. Moon, moon, sun. And here we go. Ha! It opened. Good, good. Well done. So, what have we got this time? First, a map. It says floor B. The one we found in the cabin said floor A. So did the map in the infirmary. Then that means floor A must be the top floor, right? We did come down here on the elevator after all. So it would seem. There's more stuff in there. Oh, I know what those are. Yeah, keycards. These ones have moons on them. They must be the moon keys the announcer was talking about then. That means we can play the AB game. We got 2, just like with the sun keys. As a pair, Luna and I should only need 1. Then I'll take the other one. So, What's next? A piece of paper. It has something written on it. Oh, this is the law thing that we found. Here are some more AB game rules for you. Yeah, Kay had this last time, didn't he? In Fi's route. Not voting is not an option. If both parties refuse to vote, then everybody gets penalised. In other words, one person out of every colour group of 3 has to vote. In other words, we can't all abstain. We have to vote. Anyway, what else is there in the safe? Only one thing. A key. Is this the exit key? Looks like it. We can open the door. Okay, good. Thank you, I can stop voicing everyone now. Let's go. Let's escape. Presumably the lock for the door. Right now it says lock. You guys ready? I'm gonna open the door. Go ahead. I'm all set. Then here we go. 3, 2, 1. Oh, there's only 2 puzzle rooms left though, Jesus. I wonder what's gonna happen then. I guess in this route we must unlock at least one of the other routes. So maybe we'll get an extra bonus ending out of this. I'm hoping that we'll finally finish off that route that I think is Quark's route. So we can get that ending out of the way.
Is this another warehouse?
It looks like it.
Just like the one on floor A.
There's graffiti on the wall here too. It's something different though.
Memento Mori, if the night flying ate the sun.
Did they make a mistake? That isn't how you spell it. They added that E to ninth, but why?
Yeah, that is weird.
What does it mean?
Well, I think Memento Mori is Latin for something like remember death or don't forget your mortality. The other part, I mean, I assume it's just what it says on the tin.
A conditional relating to whether or not a lion has eaten the sun?
But what on earth does that mean? It just seems like gibberish.
Agreed. Whatever it means is beyond me.
Look at that door over there. Doesn't it look just like the one on the other floor?
Yeah, but there isn't anything written on this one.
Yeah, there's a big 9 on the other door. I guess this might be what Kay meant by the second gate then. I guess that means this door isn't important.
I don't see anything that looks like it might open it either.
Yep. Nothing. Not opening.
Of course it isn't. I mean, look at this thing. It's solid steel.
Well, how do you open it then?
From the other side, maybe?
The other side?
Hey, what's the deal with those doors over there? The ones that are glowing white.
Do you think they could be chromatic doors? There are 3 of them.
Yeah, I think you're right. See, they've got those little boxes. These must be the next set of chromatic doors we're supposed to go through.
But they're all the same color.
Well, for all the other doors, we had to add colors together to make another color. In this case, we probably just have to make white instead.
Yep. Suddenly, the voice of the announcer echoed through the warehouse.
An ambidex gate has been opened.
So now let's kickstart the next thing. I wonder if Quark's going to go crazy in this route as well then. Let's find out.
45 minutes remain until ambidex game polling closes.
What? How the hell did that happen?
Someone on one of the other teams must have opened one. All they'd need is one of the moon keys.
Why would they do that without waiting for the rest of us?
We can ask them when we get there. Come on.
At least we have a clear shot to the elevator this time, so we don't have to wait around forever. Or at least not as long. I wonder whose route this is though. Like, could this be Luna's route? And the route that I thought was Luna's route before is not Luna's route and it's something else? Because I mean, we've already done Clover's route, so it can't be hers. And Luna's the only other person with us. Maybe I was just wrong before. Well, we'll find out soon enough. We leapt out of the magenta door and into the warehouse. There stood Tenmyoji, Dio, and Alice. Hey! What the hell is this? Why'd you open one of the AV rooms before the rest of us got back?
Alice and I haven't done anything.
Dio apparently felt he didn't need to wait.
You got a problem?
Yes. Yes, I do have a problem.
Why? I don't remember saying anything about waiting until everyone got back to open the 8B rooms.
Are you kidding me? We didn't talk about it because we thought it was common sense.
Sigma's right. We were able to get back quickly, but the others could still be stuck somewhere.
No sooner were the words out of her mouth. This is the same as before,
thank
then.
Goodness! You're all here.
Did something happen?
Yes. It's Quark, you see. He...
What? What happened to Quark?
He collapsed. It happened so suddenly. We were just searching our room.
Okay, so now it's gonna go back to the other crazy shit then, okay.
Please, you must hurry to the infirmary. This condition could change at any moment. You should go.
Oh no.
Just gotta wait to see what Fire's reaction to shit is as well, and then we can probably skip all the way back to where we got to before. Tenmyoji shoved Kay aside and leapt through the yellow door. The rest of us exchanged a few startled looks and ran off after him.
Quark. Come on, kid. Get a hold of yourself.
Tenmyoji grabbed Quark's shoulders and began to shake him desperately. It was Clover who stopped him.
Hey, what are you doing? He's sick, and we don't even know what's wrong with him. What if you make him worse?
Then what am I supposed to do? I have to save him.
Save? That seems a little extreme. Maybe he just has anemia or something.
Okay, now we can skip. Brilliant, okay, so now let's just skip through everything that's happening now. In the archives? No, that was just piles and piles of books and papers. Nothing even remotely like medicine there.
What about you, Kay? Was there any medicine in your room?
I'm terribly sorry. There was nothing of the sort in the garden. Plenty of vegetation, but unfortunately, no medicine.
Oh God. Then he's going to... Oh God, no.
The pantry.
Where did the three of you go?
There was tons of food everywhere, but Excelivir? Nothing.
Okay, so now that we've heard where everyone went, Tenmyoji slumped to the ground. For a moment, there was silence.
Quark?
Quark!
And now we skip again, and I'm guessing the whole thing with Alice is going to kick off as well. Yeah, okay, so now we just got to blitz through all of this and get through to the next part. No one here, huh? Damn. Where did she go? No point in complaining. I just needed to look somewhere else. And of course, Fi didn't find me in this route because it's different. I turned and headed towards the exit. Maybe I don't go to the garden this time? I don't know, we'll see where I get when I get there, I guess. Yeah, okay, so we're not going to the garden this time, we're going to a different room. I guess the pantry? Yeah, okay. And of course we know that Alice is in the garden, but with the context of what we learned from the previous route, we could well find Alice in here now. So this is the pantry, huh? Alice, Temioji and Dio searched this room. And this is the worst puzzle in the game as well, this room, so I'm glad that's done forever. Ah, nothing here either. We need to find her quick or she's gonna do something bad. If she loses it like Quark did, nobody's around to stop her. Shit, I need to hurry. I decided to try the garden, where Phi, Quark and Kay had gone after passing through their door. And I guess this is where we find Phi then? With Alice? Can we skip yet? Nah, because we're going to be coming in at a different part, aren't we? Probably from the other side too, yeah. Got to see the slight differences, put together the whole picture. The first thing I noticed when I stepped inside was the smell. Plant life was everywhere, and the air was filled with the fresh scent of it growing, underlaid with the sweet, dry tones of dead leaves underfoot. While the air outside had been dry and harsh, in here it was warm and wet, like a forest after a spring rain. Just like Kay said, plants and stuff everywhere. Yeah, them big ventilation shafts, this is so that we don't suffocate in here. Damn, she's not here either. This is bad. We've been searching for Alice for a while, and I found nothing. I hope that nothing had happened to her, but I guess Phi already found her then and took her back? I searched every corner of floor B. She was nowhere to be seen. This is pointless. I should just get back to floor A. Maybe someone else has found her. Here we go. Okay, back in the crew quarters. We're in the crew quarters. Okay, we're gonna find her corpse against the wall then, aren't we? In a route where she successfully killed herself, but didn't plant a bomb, I guess? Doesn't look like anybody's here. I should have a look in the rooms. Yep, there she is. Okay. Alice? The first thing I saw when I stepped through the door was the blossom of red on her chest. It was almost like getting punched. I stopped short, my body refusing to move. No. Why did this happen? I forced one shaking foot forward, and the next. My legs began to wobble, and I got a hand against the wall to steady myself as my heart thundered in my chest. Calm down, calm down. This looks pretty bad, but you don't actually know anything yet. Yeah, that's right. Maybe it's not too late. Maybe we can still save her. Then at last I pressed my fingers to her neck, and those hopes were dashed. No pulse. Clearly she wasn't breathing either. Her pupils are dilated hideously, making her face seem somehow inhuman. No. Embedded in her chest was a scalpel. I was no doctor, but judging by the angle, it looked like it had pierced her heart. Had someone stabbed her? No. What if she...
We're all going to die.
I'd rather die here!
No. No. Something in my brain snapped. I'm not gonna yell because that's gonna peak like hell. I'm not gonna deafen you, don't you worry. Just pretend I did a big ol' guttural scream. Maybe I'll edit that in when I edit the episode. A scream clawed its way out of my body, taking my mind with it. The last thing I felt was my body slumping to the floor as the world went dark. When I came to, I was floating in a field of nothingness. To be continued? Oh, just game over. No choices to be made. Just game over. Brilliant. I thought there was choices to be made there. Let's look at the flowchart. Yeah. And it's already unlocked? Oh, I guess because we know. Because we know where to find her. I guess now when we go back there, we'll just go straight to the crew quarters, right? So let's try that. Let's just skip and get to the crew quarters. Then suddenly the world shifted. Yep, she's in the crew quarters. Okay, so now let's fucking change the future. For just an instant, I was somewhere else entirely. My mind reeled, and then, just as I'd begun to adjust, I was gone. It was gone. As if nothing had happened. What was that? It was the same sensation I'd felt when I saw the vision of the bombs exploding. Had it been a premonition? This is bad. I need to find Alice now. But where could she be? Damn it, Alice, where are you? Of course we know. The crew quarters. What about the crew quarters? Yeah, that has to be it. Achievement unlocked, no lying down on the job. Okay, we got this then. I set off at a dead run. I guess we can stop her now then. I think this is the one and only time we can potentially stop Alice from killing herself here. The moment I entered the crew hallway, I made straight for the door to number 2 room. Alice should be in here. I swallowed and threw open the door. Alice, so you were here. As I spoke, her eyes turned toward mine, but I didn't get the feeling that they were looking at me. Her skin was pale and sickly, and one of her hands held the scalpel like I caught her in the middle of something.
What are you doing here?
It's okay. I'm just here to help you.
Help me? What do you mean?
Just let go of that scalpel.
No. I need it to get this bracelet off.
Huh?
Remember what Zero Jr. told us? The bracelet comes off when your heart stops. So I just have to...
Stop! Before I even finished the word, I was running. That animation though, Jesus. I grabbed both her arms and wrenched them back, pulling the blade away from her chest.
No! Let me go! I have to do this! I can't take it anymore. This whole thing is like a nightmare I can't wake up from. The only way I'm going to get out of here is to die!
Knock it off! With a grunt, I tore the scalpel from her hands. It was a second before I felt a burning pain in my left hand. I'd apparently cut myself getting the damn thing away from her. Very quickly it progressed from a dull throbbing to a hot line of pain across my palm. I clenched my teeth and squeezed my hand tight. I was so focused on my pain that I barely heard Alice collapse. She didn't respond when I shook her. Hey, are you alright? Alice, say something. There was a moment of terror before I realised she was still breathing. I didn't know why, but it seemed she'd only passed out. Shit. What am I supposed to do now? Oh, man. Maybe the infirmary? It's got all these medical things. Buoyed by adrenaline, I hefted Alice's body and took her towards the infirmary.
Alright, please pay attention, everyone. You need to hear this. The Atom has finished scanning Alice.
What did it say?
Radical 6.
Her results are identical to Quark's.
Because of course they are.
She has also been infected with Radical 6.
Phi had called everyone else back after I'd brought Alice to the infirmary. 7 sets of eyes widened as Luna spoke.
Oh no. No! What's going to happen to her?
Well, like I said before, there's only one way to cure Radical 6. It's a special antiviral treatment. Whether or not there's any around here, though.
No! No! Oh, Alice! I don't want you to die! Please! Please don't die! I don't want to be alone! Don't die!
Clover wrapped her arms around Alice's unconscious body and began to sob. None of us had the heart to pull her off, so all we could do was stand and watch uncomfortably.
Ten minutes remain until Ambidex game polling closes.
So there it is.
All players, please enter your votes. If no vote is recorded before the deadline has passed, any non-voting parties will automatically ally.
Guys, I think we should get back to the warehouse.
What about Alice and Quark?
I guess we're just gonna have to leave them behind.
Maybe we can skip this. Yeah, we can.
Everything's
okay, cool.
coming up Sigma, huh? What a lucky, lucky man you are.
Huh?
You two are gonna be playing against Clover. If she doesn't vote, then she'll default to ally. That means if she stays here, the two of you are gonna be sitting pretty.
Don't you worry, mate. I'm going to be voting allies, so...
Especially you, Sigma. After all, you've got 6 BP right now.
Are you saying that I'm going to choose Betray?
If you do, you'll get what you need to escape.
You bastard. There's no way I'd do that.
Is that so?
Yes, it is so. For one, I'm not the only one making this decision. Luna's my partner and she'll be in the AB room with me. You really think she'd just stand by and let me do something like that? Back me up here, Luna.
Well, actually I was planning to let you make the decision.
See? Told you. You can lie to us if you want, but you can't lie to yourself.
Shut up. What?
If I might make a suggestion, what if Sigma and Luna both remained here? Should all 3 of you abstain, then you would all be guaranteed to ally, correct?
No, it doesn't work like that.
Why not?
Oh yeah, they don't know the rule. We haven't told them yet. Here, take a look at this. I pulled the scrap of paper we'd found out of my pocket.
Huh? What's this?
We found it when we went to the archives.
There wasn't anything like this in the pantry.
Nothing in the garden either.
I guess they only put one in the archives. Whatever. I'll just read it for you. Here are some more AB game rules for you. Not voting is not an option. If both parties refuse to vote, then everybody gets penalised. In other words, one person out of every colour group has to vote. Get it? The whole team can't abstain.
That means either Dio or Tenmyoji's going to have to vote then. And they're playing against Alice. Oh. I guess playing against is a little generous.
So, Alice is guaranteed to vote ally, which means that if Dio picks Betray...
Knock it off. You trying to get back at me for what I said earlier? No way am I gonna choose betray. You do know her BP's at 1, right? What do you think would happen to her if I did that?
Well, I know that he's a Myrmidon on a holy mission, so I wouldn't put it past him for letting body counts raise so that he can finish his mission. Because, I mean, why would he care?
Anyone whose BP drops to 0 gets penalized, just like when you break the rules.
I mean, actually, it stands more in his favour to get rid of Alice, because we know that Alice was after Free the Soul, so they are naturally enemies, even if Dio doesn't know that. Oh, I don't know. We'll just have to see how it unfolds again. I wouldn't put it past you.
Cool it, boys. Don't worry. I'm gonna be in that room too. I'd planned to stay here with Quark, just to make sure he was safe. But it doesn't look like I'm gonna have that luxury. I can't trust Dio to make a decision for all 3 of us.
Just punch him like you did before me.
That means we're gonna be sharing a room, bucko. I've got my eye on you. Happy now, Sigma?
Yeah, thanks. That's a relief.
Exactly.
Oh man, everybody's against me. Whatever shall I do?
Can't be too careful. I wouldn't want to see Alice killed by an unfortunate accident.
What do you mean, accident?
Oh! Tenmyoji, before we went into the CDs, you told Alice there was something you wanted to tell her. What was it?
Huh? Oh, that, well, I mean, look, it wasn't important. Just forget about it.
He was just revealing the fact that he is
5
Junpei.
minutes remain.
I'm calling it. I'm still calling it.
Amdex game polling closes.
Alright, let's head on over then.
Time's running out, people. Clover and I will stay here and keep an eye on Alice and Quark. Everyone else needs to go.
What?
You're staying too?
Yeah, if something does happen, Clover might need a hand.
Aren't you a solo? You're playing against Kay and Quark, but with Quark out, that means Kay would get to decide this whole round.
Are you saying that you trust me?
Yes.
Even though I have 6 BP?
Yes.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Are you nuts? What happens when he gets 9 BP?
I'm not worried. Kay won't betray me.
Maybe? Maybe not. I mean, we know he's Sigma, but we don't know whether or not he's got his memory back in this route. We don't know whether or not this version of Sigma has any relationship with Phi. Oh, I don't know.
How can you know that?
Just like everything else in this game, we will just have to see how it goes.
I just know, I guess.
You just know? What the fuck is wrong with you?
Had something happened between Phi and Kay while they were out exploring?
I understand. I can hardly betray trust like that, can I? I will vote for our team.
Good. We're counting on you.
I've had enough of this bullshit.
4 minutes remain until Ambidex game polling closes.
Come on! We need to hurry!
All right, you kids. Take care of those 2, okay?
Of course.
We promise.
With that, we were off. Right, well it's time to go and ally then. I gave one last quick nod to Phi and Clover before heading back to the warehouse at a dead run. Everybody ready? I'm gonna open my AB gate. Although I guess that doesn't really matter. Dio already opened one earlier.
Then only you and I remain.
Right.
Okay. Let's go. Two more AV gates slid open. We all shared one last look at each other before ducking into our respective rooms. And here we go.
2 minutes remain until Ambidex game polling closes.
What are you going to do? I mean, how are you going to vote?
No question. If Clover isn't voting, then she's defaulting to ally. Betraying someone who isn't even playing hardly seems fair.
Of course, I think so too. I'm just glad to hear you say it.
Luna's face broke into a warm, happy smile. Not to be sappy, but it was like a ray of sunshine on a cloudy day. I mean, that is pretty sappy. I grinned back at her before I knew what I was doing. Oh my god, how bad is it when I betray her after this? I mean, because I'll be doing that after I do the ally route. For a minute, the nunnery game didn't seem so scary. Then she spoke.
Sigma, what's wrong with your hand?
Huh?
There's something white on it.
There's what? What the fuck? What the hell is this? The first time since I found Alice in the crew quarters, I looked down at my hand. Across the palm was some sort of strange white liquid. For a moment I thought I'd somehow touched some white paint or something similar. The truth was far stranger. The liquid was coming from my hand. Oh, maybe I'm the AI, and Sigma is and K is the real Sigma. I had not considered that one before. Okay, it was coming from the cut I'd given myself when I grabbed the scalpel away from Alice. But why? Where was the blood? I felt a very odd sort of fear begin to wrap its hand around my throat. Quickly I held my palm against my chest. I shouldn't have let Luna see that.
Are you alright?
Yeah, it's nothing. I went to the pantry while I was looking for Alice. There was some milk and I spilled it. It sounded even stupider as I said it.
Really? But...
Just shut up. It's fine, alright? I'm fine. Leave me alone. I regretted the words the moment they were out of my mouth, but something was wrong. Very wrong, and my head was spinning.
Sigma...
Oh man. I'm so sorry. Just don't worry about it, okay?
30 seconds remain until polling closes.
There was no time left. I had to vote. I turned and I faced the machine. I took a few deep breaths, but the chaos in my mind refused to calm itself. Calm down. Just calm down. You need to think about the AB game right now. Just forget about your hand. Who was I kidding? There was no way I could forget about something like that.
10 seconds remain until Ambidex game polling closes. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3,
Right.
2, 1.
Then it's time to vote. Ally.
Round 2 of the Ambidex game has been completed. Results will be displayed in the warehouse. Thank you for your participation. Ambidex gates now opening.
Luna and I stepped out of the AB room. I could see the others filing out of their rooms as we did.
So you chose Ally after all?
Yeah. To be honest, the AB game was the last thing on my mind. As chaotic as my thoughts were, they all centered on one thing. A mysterious white liquid.
Do you want to go see the results?
Sure. Luna nodded and walked off toward the projection, but I couldn't move. I glanced around to make sure no one was watching and opened my hand. The liquid didn't seem to have clotted or run out since it was still oozing thickly out of the slit in my hand. What in the hell is this? It couldn't be blood, could it? No, that was impossible. No matter how many white blood cells clumped together, you'd never get anything that looked like that. And I'd never seen my blood do this before. In 22 years of life, I'd seen my body bleed many times. Scraped knees as a kid, accidental nicks with a knife as an adult. But every single time I'd bled red, like any other human being. So why was it that this time it was white? What the hell is happening to me?
Hey, Sigma, what are you doing? Get the hell over here. They're gonna show the results.
Yeah, right. On my way. I did my best to compose myself and headed over to join the others.
Results from round 2 of the Ambidex game will now be displayed. Please direct your attention to the results screen.
Right, how did this go then? Yep, ally, brilliant. Ally, ally. Everybody allied. Awesome. So it's really only Tenmyoji and Alice that are pretty fucked right now. Everyone else is good.
Points have been assigned or subtracted accordingly. Please check your bracelet to see your updated bracelet points.
This is incredible. Look, everyone voted ally. You did just like you promised, Kay.
How could I choose Betray after what Phi said to me?
Tenmyoji and Dio voted ally too.
Of course. If we hadn't, Alice would have died.
Yeah, well, that's about it, I guess.
We should thank the both of you as well. I'm happy to see you also chose Ally.
Oh, I didn't have anything to do with it. That was all Sigma.
Then thank you very much, Sigma. Sigma? Sigma, are you alright?
Come on, what's wrong? Just say something.
Huh? Oh yeah, looks like we all allied. That's great.
Sigma, what the hell's wrong with you?
Yeah, you've been acting a little out of it ever since we came out of the AB rooms. What happened? You make it past the Luna and get shot down?
Well, I mean, yeah, that kind of did happen in a more gross and slimy way, but no, nothing like that.
Hey man, it was a joke. You remember what that is? A joke? You're in pretty bad shape, huh?
Before Dio could continue, the heavy metal rumble of doors shutting echoed through the warehouse.
The Ambidex gates have closed. Round 3 of the Ambidex game will be the Star Round. Star keys are required to open the gates. There is no set limit on usage of the Star keys. The Ambidex gates can be opened as many times as the players wish to open them.
We can open the gates as many times as we want to? Then that means...
We can play the AB game as many times as we like, right?
Yeah. So
Hey,
that means we
Zero
can...
Jr. said something about this, didn't he?
As soon as the gates close, your colors get all shuffled up automatically. The pair and solo assignments hop around a bit too.
Yeah. Right. Sorry to be a pain, but could you all show me your bracelets? I want
Oh,
to
is
see
he
what
going to
all your
luminol
colors
us
and
then?
assignments are.
Oh no, okay. No luminol this time. Everyone nodded and held their arms out toward him. Oh, of course no luminol. No one went to those rooms. That was in the other routes. I stared at them, terrified to follow suit, but certain that refusing would only draw more suspicion. So I held my arm out, hand tightened into a white-knuckled fist to hide the cut. When her eyes landed on my hand, my heart skipped a beat.
Huh. So Dio and Kay are a yellow pair. Luna and I are both pairs, but our colors are different.
Right. You're a cyan, and I'm magenta.
That makes Sigma the only solo, huh? A red solo. So what are the 4 we left in the infirmary?
Luna and I are pairs, so 2 of them are our partners.
That means the other 2 are solos. Although, I guess we don't know what colors they are.
They're probably green and blue.
Why's that?
Didn't you see them? There are a bunch of white doors in the Floor B warehouse. They have to be the next set of chromatic doors.
Ah, yes. Phi and I saw them as well. On our way back from the garden with the unconscious Quark. And there they were.
They're really going to show this on the map, because we've seen this already tons of times. Well, okay then.
Each one had a box just like the doors on floor A. Given that, I don't see how there can be any question. Those white doors are our next set of chromatic doors.
I think that our bracelet combinations will have to add up to white in order to open the secondary doors. The pairs are cyan, magenta, and yellow. You see?
Yeah. If we need to make white, then the other 3 colors would have to be red, green, and blue.
Right.
I wonder if we're going to actually do a puzzle though this time. I guess
Good.
not.
Now that we've got that figured
I
out,
guess the
I'm
route's
heading
just
back
gonna
to
have
the
to end.
infirmary for a bit. I want to check up on Quark and Alice.
I shall accompany you then.
Might as well go with you, I guess. No real reason to hang out here.
Well, what will you 2 do?
I need to talk to Sigma about something.
About what? What do you mean about what? You're really going to draw more attention to it?
Something?
Her usual pleasant expression had been replaced with something much more sullen. She must have noticed that there was something wrong with me. Of course she did. She was the one that pointed it out, Sigma. Stop being an idiot. That was what she wanted to talk about. I was sure of it. Okay, fine. I managed to make my voice sound almost relaxed.
Whoa, hold on. A private talk? What are you guys plotting?
We're not plotting anything. I promise. It's nothing.
Fine, whatever. See if I care.
Dio tossed his head with a mixture of arrogance and feigned disinterest and marched out the yellow door. Oh, it's just occurred to me. With this shit that's happening to Sigma, is this Sigma's route? Maybe. I mean, that would make sense, right? Because this hasn't happened in any of the other routes, and now suddenly the whole emphasis is on me. But okay, well, I'm thinking that Sigma is obviously the AI that's been hinted at since the start of the game. So let's find out. So yeah, Dio tossed his head with a mixture of arrogance and feigned disinterest and marched out the yellow door. Tenmyoji and Kay quickly followed. In only moments, all 3 had disappeared. So, what was it that you wanted to talk about? I was almost certain I knew, but there was always hope. I did my best to act as if I was genuinely confused.
Oh, I don't really like this room. Could we go somewhere else?
Okay.
Good. I found somewhere nice when I was looking for Alice earlier.
As strange as her request was, I had no reason to object. I kept my mouth shut and followed Luna as she headed off. Maybe she thinks that I'm Zero then. Maybe I am Zero. The garden.
You know this place?
Yes, well, sort of. I came here once when I was looking for Alice.
Oh, I see.
So, what brings you
Isn't this nice? This is the only place in the whole facility with anything green. I feel kind of silly saying it, but it makes me think of the great outdoors. I think it's the perfect place for a serious conversation. Being surrounded by nature makes me feel happy. Oh, there's a bench over there. Would you like to sit down with me?
She sat down softly and gently, and I lowered myself down next to her. So, what do you want to talk to me about? Instead of answering, Luna lifted the tiny birdcage pendant she wore into the palm of her hand. She was silent for a moment and then began to talk.
Can I tell you something? This is actually a music box.
Really?
Yes.
She twisted the key on the bottom and it made an almost imperceptible winding noise. Once she released it, soft, clear notes drifted out. It's a nice song. Why'd you bring that up, though?
Because I wanted you to know, I guess. I wanted you to know more about me.
Huh?
Maybe it's because I'm so shy, but I don't really have any friends. Or even any acquaintances, really. So I've sort of always been alone. It was really hard. I felt so lonely a lot of the time, and it hurt. It felt like I was just kind of going to collapse from the inside out. That was when I got this music box. Someone very important gave it to me. They didn't say anything, but I felt like there was an unspoken message behind it. Luna, happiness is closer than you think. Do you know Maeterlinck's The Bluebird?
Yeah. Well, I know the gist of it. I think it starts on Christmas Eve. This brother and sister named Tiltil and Meetil. What the fuck? How do you pronounce this? I don't know. They get asked to find a bluebird by this old woman, and they travel to the dream world. Or something. Anyway, supposedly if you can catch this bird, then you can make a wish come true. So they visit all these different places, but they can't find it. Eventually they give up and go home, but when they wake up, the bird is in a birdcage in their hut.
That's right. It's a well-known story, and it teaches a simple lesson.
Yeah, like you said, happiness is closer than you think.
Right. It got me thinking. Maybe the person who gave me this music box was trying to tell me just that. I don't know if that's true. Maybe all of this is just in my head, but I really felt like that was what they'd meant. It was so kind. I kept it with me all the time, like a kind of good luck charm. But one day I realized something. There was another meaning to the bluebird. In Maeterlinck's original story, it doesn't end with them waking up.
There's more?
Yes. When Tiltil and Nittil try to feed the bird, it leaves the cage and flies away. And then the story ends.
Whoa. What about the moral then?
It changes. Now the message is that just when you think you found happiness, you'll lose it again. I thought about that for a while, but in the end, it didn't change how I felt. I don't know what they intended it to mean when they gave it to me, but I decided how I was going to look at it. It means that happiness is something you should always be looking for, and it's only when you're pursuing happiness that you're truly happy.
Yeah, like the Gold File said. Okay, there's her story.
You know, Sigma, I think you might be Tiltil.
What?
You know, the boy who the old lady asked to find the bluebird on Christmas Eve.
What are you trying to say?
Can I ask you something?
Sure?
Where did you find Alice?
What does that have to do with anything?
Just answer me. Where did you find Alice?
Room 2 in the crew quarters.
Where were you before that?
I was in the lounge. That was after we'd split up to go look for Alice. Of course! I never came into the botanical gardens. That was in the previous route where I got it wrong and I was too late. And then when I reloaded the file and went back, I went straight to the crew quarters. I never even came to this floor, let alone to the garden. She knows. The first place I went was the lounge.
So you went from the lounge to the crew quarters, where you found Alice.
I didn't even think of that.
And then you rushed her to the infirmary, right?
Yeah.
Okay, tell me this then. How do you know about the garden? Just now you said you'd come here when you were looking for Alice, didn't you? That doesn't make any sense. There wouldn't have been any time for you to visit the garden while you were looking for Alice. So tell me, Sigma, how do you know about this place?
Well, I didn't know what to say. I couldn't even explain it to myself. Why had I told her I knew about the garden? Why had I told her I'd been there before?
Sigma, are you a robot? Have you always been here?
What?
See, it would make so much sense if you were. That would explain why you knew about the garden, and it would explain that cut on your left hand.
Damn, so you did see it, huh?
Yes. I've been told that robots these days have what's called artificial biological tissue, or ABT, on top of a metal skeleton. It makes them look almost exactly like a human. And ABT uses this white liquid instead of blood.
For some reason, when Luna had called me a robot, it hadn't really fazed me. Maybe because it was just so out there. It didn't sound like a real possibility. It sounded more like a theory you'd get from somewhere in a nut house. Still. My hand was still oozing white liquid. Was I really a robot? No. That was impossible. I needed to stop doing that. Questioning myself so much was giving me heart palpitations. Luna, aren't you a little scared?
Scared? Why would I be scared?
Well, let's say I am a robot. That means there's a pretty good chance Zero's pulling my strings. That would make me your enemy.
Oh, I guess so. Well, even if you were, I wouldn't be scared.
Why not?
Maybe because you're a robot.
Huh?
Have you ever heard of the 3 laws of robotics? They were
Yeah.
a set of rules created by the science fiction author Isaac Asimov that he used in several of his stories.
It was all in the gold file, mate. You were there, you read it with us. Rule 1. A robot may not injure a human being or, through inaction, allow a human being to come to harm. Rule 2. A robot must obey any orders given to it by human beings, except when such orders would conflict with the first law. Rule 3. A robot must protect its own existence, as long as such protection does not conflict with the first or second laws. Oh yeah. I've heard those before. That's just an ideal though. You could work toward that, but I don't think you could ever actually achieve it. I mean, depending on how you program them, robots could do pretty much whatever they wanted to.
Yes, you're right. But I believe in them. In you. However you're programmed, I don't think you'd break any of the 3 laws. A robot without the 3 laws is just a bunch of metal and plastic. That's not you. You have a heart. You're a good person. It's in your eyes. Well, I guess I'm just kind of assuming you're a robot. There's still a chance you're not. We should run some tests.
Tests?
Yes.
How?
Well, the Atom should be able to tell us.
Oh yeah, that thing in the infirmary. I heard the crunch of dried leaves behind us. But when I turned, there was nothing. Who is it?
Is someone there?
Just me.
Fi?
Sorry, but can you guys come over here? I need you to see something.
Is that a bomb? Luna and I looked at one another, shrugged, and stepped into the bushes.
Welcome.
What? How long have you been here?
Just got here a little while ago.
Did you hear what we were saying?
No. Were you talking about something you didn't want me to know about? Whatever. Just have a look at this.
I followed the line of her finger. Ah, the number 1 bomb. Shit! This is...
Antimatter bomb.
Exactly. I'm pretty sure someone didn't move it here from the crew quarters. In fact, I'm pretty sure it's an entirely different bomb. Look at the number on the side.
It says 1.
And the one in the crew quarters said 3, right? Then that must mean...
Shit. And there's no question, huh?
I've got more good news. Just think about the numbers for a moment.
You're saying there's a 2 bomb out there somewhere?
I can't be sure, but it does seem pretty likely.
Damn it. That means we're dealing with a combined explosive power equal to 3 tons of TNT.
Yeah.
Who planted them?
Was it you guys? I mean, you've been in here quite a while.
Hey, don't give me that. You're way more suspicious than we are. What were you doing in the bushes anyway?
Well, I was taking a walk.
Taking a walk? You really think I'm gonna buy that?
Fine, you got me. I heard you two were off talking in secret, so I got curious and went back to the Floor A warehouse. Of course you weren't there. That seemed pretty suspicious to me, so I headed here. And just as I'd suspected, there you were talking on the bench. I snuck up from behind so you wouldn't notice me. Then, just as I was getting close enough to hear, I found the bomb. So, believe me now?
So, who planted the bomb?
Honestly, it could have been any one of us. Anybody could have come here while we were all looking for Alice.
We need to tell everyone about this then.
Yeah, you're right. Let's head back to the infirmary. Everyone else was already there when we arrived. Clover and Tenmyoji, Kay and Dio, and of course, Alice and Quark. Both seemed to be sleeping peacefully. You'd never think to look at them, but they'd been completely insane not so long ago. Alright everybody, listen up. I told them how we found the number 1 bomb in the garden, and how, judging by the numbering on the 2 bombs we'd found so far, there was probably a number 2 bomb out there somewhere too.
Oh, this is bad. What are we going to do?
Well, I think Alice mentioned something.
There should be an emergency. If you enter that password, the device should, well, deactivate.
Okay, we can't skip then, it's just gonna be a bit of a similar
You
cutscene,
see
I
it
guess.
right here. There's a port. If we can find the password input device, we just connect it here. Then we can enter the password.
So if we have the password, we can deactivate them?
Whoa, hold on a second. That's great and all, but we need that password input device she was talking about. Without that, we're still boned even if we did have the password.
Yeah. That's why I want all of you to let me search you.
I beg your pardon?
You heard me. Chances are whoever planted those bombs is in this room. There's also a good chance they've also got the device we need to deactivate the bombs.
So you're planning to search us for it?
Exactly.
But...
No buts. If you refuse, then I'll assume it's because you've got it and you planted the bombs. Unless you want that, I suggest you cooperate.
We still don't know who could be the one though. I'm thinking now, like with the context of the stuff that's happening, it could be me?
Clear? Good. Now who's going to be first?
Maybe it could just be withholding information from me? I don't know. Wait. You only need to search one person. Oh, this is the same as what happened in the other route.
What? Why?
Because I figured out who did it. I know who did it. The words were out of my mouth before I'd even realised I was saying them.
How can you... There's no way.
Yeah. I met Phi's gaze and nodded, then turned away. I know who set the bombs. That person. Is it going to be continued me again? Do we need more info? You did it. The room was suddenly silent. Yep, this is to be continued. Okay, so we do need to find more info in one of the other routes then to figure that shit out. And then that will unlock 2 different routes at once. So first of all, let's save this shit. Then let's get through that betrayal route. Yeah. Yeah, so a lock, same lock right here. Who planted the bomb? Wait, it's 2 different numbers there? Ah, whatever, it's probably just denoting that they're part of different routes. Well, either way, let's see this bad ending then. Let's just me and Luna smile and be happy for a second, and then just betray her right away, just as she figures out that we're a robot. Damn, we did talk for quite a while about this, didn't we? Okay, well here's the vote then. And of course, just to see how this ends, we're going to pick Betray. Right, well, let's see how disappointed Luna is in us. Luna and I stepped out of the AB room. I could see the others filing out of their rooms as we did.
Why?
I didn't have an answer for her. All I could think about was the white liquid. What was it? Some kind of discharge? Blood? No. It couldn't be blood. Blood wasn't white. That was insane. I was lost in thought when Luna spoke.
I'm going to the infirmary.
Yeah, she's just leaving. Huh? Don't you want to see the results?
Why? I already know what they're going to be.
Her usually warm personality seemed to have gone cold. Whether it was because I'd chosen Betray or because she'd noticed that something was wrong with my body, I couldn't say. Okay, so now she knows for sure. She's thinking in her head that we have to be Zero, so she's just leaving. She's going to tell the others.
Excuse me.
And with that, she was gone. I turned back to the projection. With heavy steps, I headed towards Kei, Dio, and Tenmyoji.
Results from round 2 of the Ambidex game will now be displayed. Please direct your attention to the results screen.
I'm guessing we're the only betrayal on the map as well. Yep. Because of course we are.
Points have been assigned or subtracted accordingly. Please check your bracelet to see your updated bracelet points.
What the hell?
Sigma has 9 BP?
See? I told you! The bastard's finally showing his true colors.
What the hell are you doing? Clover isn't even voting.
I have misjudged you. I never thought you would do something so cowardly.
There was nothing I could say. I had chosen betray of my own volition, but had I really? Had I really pressed that button of my own free will? The more I thought about it, the more I felt as if some other force had guided my hand to the button. Perhaps it had been fear? I was scared by the white fluid that had appeared on my palm. Maybe that had been the tipping point, and I had decided that I had to escape as soon as possible. Damn the consequences. If I got out, then the nightmare would be over. That's all it was, right? A nightmare. It couldn't be real. White blood was insane. Impossible. That was when I looked up and I saw the others staring at my hand. Shit. I quickly put my hand behind my back, but it was already too late. They moved toward me like wolves closing in for the kill.
Sigma? What was that?
He was cut. It must have been blood.
But why was it white?
Isn't that obvious? He's not human.
Not human?
No. What are you saying? Of course I'm human. I'm 100%
Then
human.
explain that white stuff.
I swear to God, I have no idea what it is. You have to believe
I'm
me.
afraid you're not being very convincing.
Oh, you're one to talk. We can't even see you. You could be a robot. Maybe that's not even a suit, that's just you. Robot you.
No, that seems extremely unlikely. However bad my amnesia might be, I am quite sure of my humanity. I am, without a doubt, not a robot.
They probably just programmed you to think that.
Alright, it's pretty obvious this guy's dangerous and probably unhinged. We should take him down.
I agree.
Looks like there's no other way. Now that he's got 9 BP from stabbing Clover in the back, there's a good chance he'll try and get out of here by himself.
Hey, hold on a minute. Let's not do anything rash. I didn't have a choice. I spun around and ran for the number 9 door.
No, I don't think so!
Shit! Let go! Let go of me! I was no match for all 3 of them. Before I could take 2 steps, I was on the floor, pinned. The desperation was only getting stronger, however, and I writhed and twisted in a futile attempt to get free. God damn it, you have to let me go. This is all some kind of mistake. A misunderstanding. It's a conspiracy.
So, there's a conspiracy to turn your blood white? You're a funny guy.
Stop trying to get away. It's over.
Shit. Get off me. Let me go.
If you won't calm down, then you leave me no choice. I'd hoped we could avoid this. Try not to struggle too much.
No. Don't. The first thing I felt when I woke up was the hard pain of a bruise all the way across my neck. Kay must have suffocated me. My head felt like it had been stuffed with cotton, and I had to put out a hand to steady myself as I stood up. Where am I? Is this the infirmary? How long had I been out? My foot bumped into something and I looked down to see the injection gun. A glass vial labelled Soparil is still attached to it. The anesthetic. After choking me, they made sure I wasn't getting up in the near future. That meant I could have been asleep for a long time. Where is everyone? I glanced around the room. I'm guessing I passed out. Everybody voted themselves up to 9 points. And then they left. It was empty, except for me. It took me a moment to realize what was especially odd about that. Even Quark and Alice had disappeared. What the hell's going on? That was when I noticed it. Quark and Alice weren't the only things that had disappeared. Two other things, two other very important things were also gone. My bracelet and my left hand. For a long moment I just stared, dumbstruck. What I was seeing couldn't possibly be real, but there it was, a smooth cross-section of my arm where a hand should have been. A thick white liquid dripped slowly from the stump. What is this? Oh god, oh god, oh god! Again, just... I'm not peeking my audio for a scream. Well damn, they literally stole my hand to get the bracelet. A scream clawed its way out my body, taking my mind with it. Then, after that, nothing. So yeah, they chopped off my hand, took my bracelet, finished the game and left. Brilliant. I mean, I would have probably done the same, given that whole situation right there. But we are still no closer to unlocking this, so I'm guessing we will unlock that and or these by doing this last route over here. So damn, we've got one route left, and then plus like a couple of endings over here. So I think in 1 or 2 sessions we can finish this game. I'd hesitate to say 1 because I'm guessing some of these endings will be pretty long, and one of these routes, likely this one, will lead into the true ending, which will probably add like a couple hours. But yeah, damn, we're close though. Like I say, 1 or 2 sessions. But yeah, I think that's enough for tonight though. I think we've made a ton of progress. We've had a whole load of mind-blowing revelations, and now it's late. So I'm gonna head off. But thank you very much for all the people that have been coming and going. Thank you for everyone at home that's watching, and I'll see you tomorrow.